So my name's Samuel Drury. I'm an applications engineer for Jands. So with inside of Australia and New Zealand, we are a distribution company for high-end audio-visual style products, whether that's, Shure microphones, ETC lighting, Bluestream video distribution, Clearcom communication systems, L-acoustics loudspeakers, things of that nature. We do a wide variety of different things, so we need to stay on top of a lot of different technologies and concepts.
How have the last 12 months been for Jands in the commercial and residential integration markets?
The integration markets have been extremely busy for us here at Jands. We've got some really exciting technologies that are really pushing the industry forward, and we really need to stay on top of those to make sure that as they are working their way into the market, that we are well across exactly what they are doing and make sure that all of our partners have all the tools necessary to make sure they know what's going on, as well for our end users as well. The technology is getting really exciting in terms of, cloud management, in terms of cloud processing, in terms of multi-channel magic systems, we'll call them. There's a lot of little different things that are kind of happening. So it's been very busy in terms of all these new questions that are coming to us as we learn and understand what they're all about, as well as presenting that back to all of our partners to make sure that everyone's all on board.
Yeah, great. What are some of the points of emphasis at the show, and why might this be an area of focus for Jands?
Integrate this year is a very important show for us. The theme around the Integrate trade show this year is intelligent AV. There's a lot of really smart technology that's coming out. So again, we need to be at the forefront of a lot of that. And thankfully, groups like Shure in particular, we're in the Shure demo room at the moment, are very at the forefront of that. We can start looking at the way that a lot of our devices work inside of our meeting spaces as a great starting point. So talking about intercommunication with Microsoft Teams and how their Copilot functionalities all work, we need to make sure we provide a bunch of great, clean, precise audio into those systems to ensure they work effectively. So we can use things like the brand new IntelliMix Foundation system, which has our IntelliMix DSP built into the platform. So we can do things like our noise reduction, AI-based noise reduction and de-reverberation alongside our multi-channel microphones, bringing those in, getting as much clean audio that's uninterrupted as possible to make the Microsoft Teams experience that much more better. Just one of the few things that we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, great. What technology, expanding on that, what technologies are on the way at Jands? What can integrators and AV professionals expect?
It's a great question. So while we are standing in the Shure room, there are a lot of great things from the Shure brand. However, we do have groups like Ampetronic and Listen Technologies as well, with their Ori product is one amazing technology, utilizing a common standard that's found within the Bluetooth organization called Auracast. What we're capable of doing is taking more consumer-friendly devices to bring hearing assistance to a wider mass audience. That's just one technology that's really exciting. We can then start thinking about how we bring our intercommunication equipment into a much more friendly environment, we'll call it. So by being able to have a cloud-based intercommunication system, we can then use things like our mobile phones and our computers, incorporate those with hardware devices to have it all communicate together. Keep it completely standalone in the cloud environment, bring it in with some of the hardware, and we're kind of off to the races at that point. So there's a lot of really interesting technologies that we're looking at.
Great. So what are your points of difference, and how do you set your products apart from from other companies?
It's a great question. So like I was saying before, one of the big things that we need to be looking at is how we stay at the forefront of a lot of our technology. At Jands in particular, we have a lot of great technical staff on board to ensure that we need to stay on top of a lot of that. So one of the big things in particular is that we all gather together to ensure that we're across each of the precise technologies that are coming forward. We kind of take a little bit of a leadership role when it comes to some of those individual technologies, but within Jands, we put a big focus on ensuring that we understand that technology and then how we can implement that with our customers. We want to have those communications and those relationship building exercises with our customers, bring our technical staff in to then have those conversations and see where that all leads to. So that's where we like to at least promote ourselves a little bit further with a lot of that education from a technology standpoint.
Yeah, perfect. And just lastly, do you have any further comments, anything else you want to add?
Look, Integrate this year is a really special show for us. It is just about every single year, but this year in particular is really special for us. We're at the beginning of a lot of really interesting technologies when we come to WMAS technology for our wireless in-ear monitoring system and our larger format multi-channel systems with the AMX4, for example. Auracast, like I mentioned before, is getting these big upgrades to make it even easier to interact with as many devices as possible. All the cloud compute intercommunication equipment that we end up having. We're also bringing in some new technologies and things like that. It's a really exciting show for us this year.
Great. Perfect.